Hello everybody and welcome to another Genshin Impact live stream. How's everybody doing? It's a wonderful Monday. I will have a wonderful day. I'll be coming back soon to watch my live stream. Hello Molonek. Okay, now this is better. Had to move my mousepad a little bit. Okay, let's start the gamba for the weekly bosses because that's what we'll be doing today. You're so tired. What happened? What have you been doing? Or is this just a case of Mondays? Okay, let's go. Monday, yeah. A novel idea. Oh no. Oh, it's this guy. Yeah, this is also bad. When I heard novel, I thought of the Inazuman commissions. But there is one that's even older than that. I should put another Anemo character in this team. Maybe like Sayu instead of Kokomi or something. Or Venti. Nobody destroys armies of mobs like Venti. Oh, that's far away. So today we'll finish the Yelan event. We'll do weekly bosses. We'll finish the Yelan event. And then continue the world quests from the new area. Finishing all the world quests will be my first priority. Starting with the major one. The last survivor of Tenoxytok. The Marijivari quest. And this will probably already be my entire day, to be honest. If I were to somehow finish that. Oh, they just all like annihilated. If I were to somehow finish that, I would do more quests. And this is so cute. My god, why is my phone vibration? Why are my phone vibrations so loud when it's on my monitor stand, man? We still haven't done the Fontaine Archon quests. Those are some of the best quests we have in Genshin. If not the best. Unless you mean Fontaine World quests. Which are also very good. Man, the fact that the Stygian ley line is right on top of a teleport waypoint is so scuffed. It just makes it harder to use the teleport. Funk. You did not transcript but not Fontaines. I guess if you do, if you came back. Here we go, man. If you came back with 5.0, the game kinda like asked you to do Natlan. But then the quest begins with saying goodbye to characters from Fontaine. It's kinda scuffed. But yeah, Fontaine is still my favorite Archon quest in Genshin. The Fontaine finale is just, yeah, absolutely amazing. Actually, maybe Paralogism actually is I like even more. I mean, yeah, maybe Paralogism is even better. So yeah, essentially the two quests you haven't done are my two favorite quests in the game by far. Bonk. Oh, nice. The normal deck actually tracked him from all the way down here. Damn. Regan's like deciding who to pull next. Just follow your heart, man. Definiowałem desk. I actually didn't even notice. My god, can my phone shut up? Why are people at work 24/7, man? Here we go. Now gotta grapple the mass, the biggest challenge. That was super nice. Actually, wait, no, Venti... No, he does collect mats. Yeah, Venti cannot collect, like, gameplay objects. Like, he will not suck your Klee bombs or your Guoba. But he does suck items. So whenever you would use Venti to kill everybody in a daily quest, all the mats would just be, like, neatly in the middle. The issue is that you need your burst. Especially when you are like at AR 20 and your characters are totally unbuilt, you don't tend to have much ER on anybody. Oh my god, I might mute my phone in a sec. Because I just keep getting notifications from the like work Teams chat. Hello, Tilted? That's just so peaceful, man. Just strolling across Liyue with some of your favorite characters, listening to the peaceful music, collecting plants. Killing nearby passerbys. What's not to love? The killing part. They were disrupting my peace, it's their fault. Nice straight line to the finish. And we grab the butterfly. Beautiful. I need to freaking mute my phone, oh my god. Can these guys stop working for like 1 minute? And the buzz, I'm not sure how loud it is for you, but for me it's incredibly loud. I'm not even sure why. Somehow my phone buzzing, vibrating is like resonating with my monitor stand thingy that it's on top of now. It's like amplifying the vibration 100-fold. It's incredibly, it's not just like audible, it's incredibly loud for me. But now I muted my phone. Just throw it across the room. No, like I need it here. Normally it would be just like on my desk or on my bed, and I wouldn't even like. I would maybe notice the vibrations, but it would be just like, you know, at the back of my mind. But it's here because of. Oh, why did it deactivate, man? What is it doing, man? Stop it. Because of this. This is why it's here. right? I can't throw it across the room because I need it for my hands. Okay, let's go grab the daily commission rewards. Might as well go to Mondstadt. I will spend the rest of my resin today at the Anemo Hypostasis because we are ascending sucrose still. I guess I have a bunch of condensed as well. You're ready to make food? What are you waiting for? Haven't eaten anything today yet? What? That's not healthy. Okay, let's first go fight the Hypothesis once. I can only fight it once for now. Noodles again for the 4th time in the last 2 days. I really like all kinds of noodles. Lately I've been crazy about casseroles. It's just so easy and convenient. And so delicious. Oh, I couldn't? Oh no, okay, I got it. Oh, come on. Hello? Nah, but the point is that you make it yourself. That's what's so great about them. You just need a heat-resistant dish, and then throw stuff into it, and put it in the oven for half an hour, and bam, dinner. Or lunch, or whatever. I mean, the preparation takes like 5 minutes, it can be faster. Just cut a veggie or two, throw in some raw pasta and water, and some cheese on top, and bam, you've got a dish. You don't even need to cook the pasta separately. You can cook the pasta in the casserole. It takes time to bake, sure, but like, it's time where you don't need to do anything. Oh, I don't want to fight him again. Okay, now I've got resin to spend. Like here? This is what I was farming beforehand. Your Kafka is coming in today, you are so excited, very nice. Been a while since I got a figurine. But yes, as I have been saying often recently, pants have been tight. Wait, you have 1 point on doubt? Come on, guys. You hate Skirk? Why do you hate Skirk? You should hate Gallery, not Skirk. Because Gallery is a garbage set. Here I use Skirk for this domain, and that works pretty well. And also, Gallery is fine. It's just annoying, but it's fine if you already have the pieces. It merged the end Gallery? Nah, merged is a goated set, man. You also ended up pre-ordering the Roxy figure. I liked Mushoku Tensei, but I didn't love Mushoku Tensei enough to order figurines of the characters there. You have literally nothing to get Jace from. I really doubt that. I really doubt that you have gotten every single achievement in the game. Although, there are quite a few people. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, Actually, I don't need to count. There are 11 people in the world which have every achievement in the game. And the guy has in his description glitchless predator. Damn. I'm sure you can still get plenty. You read the whole novel. I recently, and by recently I mean yesterday, got into reading again, after I haven't really read anything for the past, I don't know how many years. You're almost at 1k. That means you have like 500 achievements, man, left to complete. And those achievements come often with quests or game modes that give you even more stuff. So it's not even that you're just collecting scraps for hours upon hours. You also get other stuff. But have you fully finished the unknowable domain? The most boring of all the game modes. But yeah, so we actually had. You think you did? Damn. So my mom have been my mom really likes reading books, and a long time ago, like 20 years ago or something, my dad bought her a Kindle e-reader thingy, back like one of the first ones that existed, and she loved it. She read a lot of ebooks on it, and then he decided to buy her an upgrade, a newer e-reader from actually a Polish company. But she did not like it at all, actually. She preferred her old Kindle, and she uses it to this day. And that e-reader was just like collecting dust for I don't know how many years now. Must have been at least 5. And I finally decided to make use of it again. You know what's my favorite feature of it? I can change the image it uses, so that you know it's like an e-ink reader, so it can preserve an image like forever without consuming power. What takes power is changing the screen and not displaying the screen. And I can set any image for the like lock screen. And you wouldn't guess what I have as my lock screen on my e-reader. It's the same. It's Ellen. Of course it's Ellen. But I love it. Even just as like a worst case scenario, it's a really nice, expensive display frame. But yeah, I started reading Terry Pratchett, the Discworld series. Although, I'm a pretty slow reader, so... this e-reader has this feature where it like can predict... It shows me a prediction of how long it will take me to finish the book. It will say like 2 hours left or something. And when I started reading the book, it's got like 220 pages. It displayed like time left 2 hours 20 minutes or something along those lines. But then every time I would turn a page, you'd think that when you turn a page, the time left to finish would decrease because there are fewer pages left. But the e-reader adapts dynamically to my reading speed. So every page I would turn, the time would go up by like 5 to 10 minutes. And now that I'm halfway through the book, my time left is 4 hours. At the start it was 2. I read through half, now it's 4. I just like to commit every single detail to memory. I need to open the window, it's kinda hot here actually. So, yeah, what should have taken me 2 hours to read will take me 8 hours to read. But hey, I get 4 times the entertainment for the same price. But one thing that was annoying. So this e-reader, it's from a Polish company. It's like an ink book. And it's pretty bare bones. It's technically got Android, but a very, very bare bones version of Android.
Yeah.
So I can't really use many apps on it. And pretty much the only legit way to read light novels or manga is through apps like the Bookwalker app or the Shonen Jump app. So I can't really do that, and I've tried to look for ways to just like buy Japanese novels as just like, you know, download the file, be able to move it to an e-reader and read this, but it's not totally impossible, but it's pretty niche and there aren't many things. And ideally I would want to read stuff in Japanese, especially if it's like an easier read. It's harder to read like high fantasy. But something simple, I think I could read it. And you know, if I started reading stuff in Japanese, I would quickly like catch on, and it would be easier to read even the more complicated stuff. And I feel like I would enjoy the books more like this. Like even with the books I'm reading right now, I'm reading the Discord series in English. And I'm very glad I'm doing this and not reading a Polish translation, because there are a bunch of puns and like other language jokes that I would just miss out on if I read a translation. The translators might try to add their own jokes, but then that's like different. So, same with Japanese books, like you don't even know what you are missing out on until you read an untranslated version. But yeah, one thing that I will try is if I can open the Bookwalker website on this ink book, because it does have a browser, but I think I tried in the past. Because when we first got it, oh, you do not have an ink book. You have a Pocketbook Mini, so yeah, that's from a different company. Not sure what company, but a different company. So yeah, what was I saying? It does have a browser, but I'm not sure if it will be able to open a more complex web page. And even if it can open it, there is still the issue of actually needing Wi-Fi. It does have Wi-Fi, but it likes to disconnect from Wi-Fi every time it can. So if I were to linger too long on a page, it would disconnect before I turn to the next one.
Yeah.
And I couldn't like read manga while traveling or stuff. Which maybe I wouldn't be able to do even with an app. I'm not sure how the app would work, to be honest. So if I really get into reading more, I would probably need to buy like an e-ink actual tablet or something that will be able to run apps. But for now, let's not get ahead of myself. Reading is about the books, not about the hardware used to like display them. Okay, I can't craft anything. Let's craft some fences then. Surely they will come in handy. I've already clicked here. Buy the resin. Buy the mora. From that like online discussion I have seen, it seems that like pretty popular probably the most popular non-Amazon e-reader, like the most popular company is Kobo. I haven't like looked too much into them, but yeah, I'm not looking to buy new stuff right now, even if I would kind of like to. You're skipping this whole season of anime. Your return flight from Japan, Delta is now able to support Crunchyroll on their in-flight entertainment. Nice. Wouldn't it be better to have like your own whatever anyways? Your own like tablet or laptop or phone even? Oh, I guess you couldn't use Wi-Fi. But planes have Wi-Fi, don't they? The Wi-Fi isn't great, okay. I've only been on a plane once in my life, or like on like a passenger plane, when I was sub 10 years old. So I don't have much experience with flying. Okay, where were we? I can use the transient resin for whatever. So I guess we can go fight the Anemo Hypostasis more, or actually... No, I guess I will fight the Hypostasis first and then the weekly boss. Because yeah, I can open the transient. Because it will expire before the next Stygian Onslaught anyways, so we can use it willy-nilly. Let's swap them. But yeah, so if you don't have Wi-Fi, that's when actually just having an e-reader with some books loaded onto it would be great. Because the way I'm choosing to procure my books is just actually buy and download individual files. Now there are issues with this. It's never easy. But it's doable. Because if you just like buy an ebook almost anywhere, it's gonna come with DRM, so it's protected from just like copying. So it's like a lock system where you can just copy the book and read it somewhere else. It's locked to your device where you bought it. But it's actually not hard to remove that, unless it's from Amazon, where it is hard. It may technically be illegal, but as long as I'm not actually sharing the file that I unlocked, I don't think that's illegal, at least in Poland. In Poland, even like downloading stuff online is fine, you just cannot share your stuff. So, piracy is illegal, but only if you are the supplier. Only then you would be subject to being punished. But either way, I'm not looking to do that. Not looking to download or upload anything. Just looking to actually be able to buy an ebook on my PC and then read it on my e-reader. And it was quite a lot of work to figure all that stuff out. But I'm here now. I can do this. So yeah, I use 40 now. I have 80 left. I spent 40 more, I have 40 left. Actually, we can just do the bosses first. And then I don't need to do math. Wait, that's not a boss. This is a boss. That's not a boss. That's a marker.
フォンテーヌが誇る美しき生命体だ。彼女らとは良い関係を築くと。
Here we go, full Skerkies. And hopefully we don't die, or at least we die when Dahlia's burst is up. And then we get revived immediately. Last time I one-rotated them. This time it wasn't even that close actually. Okay, skip this because it takes forever. I didn't wait long enough.
同じ僕を神のご加護よっ世界を熱狂の渦に目の下も満足させてに再びスポットライトを浴びましょうさあこの手に勝った
Okay, pretty smooth. Not the fastest clear ever, but we did not die, or weren't even really in danger. Linking a DM. And Mike, I didn't get any knights again! So what is this? Japanese hamburger?
Finish your order at the kiosk and you grab all your tickets. Everyone sat at this huge communal table, and in the center is where the magic happens. One guy is forming the patties while another guy is grilling them up over an open flame. You're given a bowl of rice and you're given one freshly grilled burger patty at a time. You get a total of 3 for the entire meal. And the first one you just eat with plain rice. And just with the patty and the rice alone, I feel like I can eat a million of these patties. It's tender and it keeps the shape nicely, it's juicy when you bite into it, and it's just lightly salted enough to enhance the beef flavor. Then they pass you the second patty and you eat this one with a grated radish with a light soy sauce. There's also a bunch of other condiments that you can add on as well. Now the third one, you grab an egg from the egg bowl and you bring it back to your table and you separate the egg whites from the yolk and you gingerly place the yolk on top of the patty. I totally failed at balancing it on the patty, and Tiffany also failed as well. The total cost of the meal was around $12 per person, but make sure you make a reservation online or else you'll be waiting hours or you might not even get a seat. I'll drop more details in the caption. Follow for more travel tips.
Pretty cool. Burgers wouldn't be my first choice when thinking of like what to eat in Japan, but they do look pretty lovely. And raw egg on rice is definitely very authentic Japanese cuisine. In Japan, they eat all raw eggs all the time. You don't need to worry at all about like any contamination or whatever. Their chickens are clean, so just enjoy. And yeah, raw yolks can be pretty nice. Okay, that was the first weekly boss, and we have not gotten a billet. We also have not gotten a night piece. Man. But yeah, the one restaurant I would be most interested in visiting, I'm not sure if I would actually go there if I went to Japan, but I think in Kyoto, there is this guy. Kichi Kichi Omuraisu or something like that. He makes omelets, essentially. And they look super lovely. And the guy is just like so cheerful and stuff. Was it Kichi Kichi? I don't know. There's a video about this from Uncle Roger. You send me more. Oh, no energy, man. I could have burst it first and then gotten back some of my energy. But yeah, I definitely want to go to Japan eventually. But if I wanted to start traveling, I would probably first have to travel a bit more around Europe. There are so many cool countries in Europe I could go to. I've been to Germany once, I could go there again. There are a bunch of cool like museums and castles and whatever. Then I could go to like Sweden, maybe to Iceland. The sights are beautiful there. If I just wanted to like enjoy nature, those are some of the best places I could go to. Oh, I don't have my purse. That's kind of scuffed. So this you can have dodge the purse.
光り輝くがいい届けるといい防衛モー
神戸を垂れろ
Finish her, Inefa. Here we go. It's cool to have another damage source, so like when my E is down, I can actually kill enemies and not have to just wait for the cooldowns. No billets. This time. Man, here, the background here is so dark and your name is black and you like cannot see the name at all. Okay, wait, so what did you send me this time? Oh wait, I think it's the guy actually. Oh yeah, this is the guy I talked about. Yeah, this is the very Kichi Kichi Omurais. Yeah, that's I remembered correctly. That's exactly what I mentioned. And we've also got reservations for him. Oh my god. Looks super lovely. Best I will be able to get anytime soon is a restaurant in southern Poland that is run by some Japanese guys. When I go to Krakow again at the end of November. They make really good katsukari though. Okay, one final boss over here. Hello, Sayonara. We do have the transient, so it's all good. Everything was calculated. I did not spend too much resin. I should just go with Mavuika. Now that Bandit is from Natlan. What is this? Come. Now that Bandit is from Natlan, this is a full Natlanese team. But yeah, this Gamba is a bit of a disgrace. But yeah, it's your fault, Saya, for not coming earlier. I didn't get a melt, man. Whatever, I'm just spinning. I don't care, man. Oh my god, why am I dead? No, don't go! Don't go! Okay, I got the melt, let's go! But I didn't get the Bennett buff, I think. It would actually be faster to redo and actually get the melt, yeah. That's like legit the strat. Oh, I actually survived. Oh my god, I didn't... Where is he, man? Oh no, we got like a phase now. Oh, and she died. Perfect. Oh my god, my Night Souls. I didn't destroy all of them and now I'm dying. Goodbye. You can dodge this. You are dead if that comes. Can I at least like hit him once? Oh my god, man. Will this hit him? Okay, here we go, man. This fight is so scuffed where he's like off the side of the arena. And some things just don't hit him because he's too far away. Man, the 1 point doubters win. What is this, man? This should not be allowed. I need to ban the people who only put 1 point in, man. We can't have this on such a small channel. You can just put 1 point in the gamba. Clears Dire but dies too weakly, boss. I do not want to see this guy in Dire anytime soon. We do have weekly bosses in Star Rail and Zenless Endgame. They could add Genshin weekly bosses to Endgame eventually as well. I said you should put 1 point? I mean, I might have said you should put at least 1 point, but I guess, yeah, I should have said at least 1,000 instead. But did I really say it? I don't think I said this. It's now on you to prove that I said it. I did not say it until proven otherwise. You weren't even taking part in the gamba. You are not eligible to redeem squats. Man, turning around while gliding is so difficult. Hello, guy. Can you like do something maybe? Or are we just chilling here? Your score is 31 points. Not 31 points, because the 1 point is like what you got back. So you only gained 30, you didn't gain 31. One day, this will not be the edge of the map. Can you imagine? After like 6 or 7 years of Genshin. It will probably be this year. Apparently, after we get Not Cry, so Not Cry is not gonna be that big. Maybe like the base Not Cry plus like 1 map expansion, and that's the whole of Not Cry. But then we'll keep getting like areas outside of Not Cry. Like Black Cliff Forge or Dormant Port, which is the area north of Mondstadt. Pay to win channel points is subscribing at a higher tier, or gifting subs. That's pay to win channel points, because you can actually get like infinite channel points if you just keep gifting, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good thing Fat isn't here today to redeem more squats. Because I'm actually feeling kinda... I'm feeling kinda Monday today. Not really too motivated to like act. Okay, so do we rhythm game first or do we yell an event first? You can never go wrong with some rhythm gaming. You're the same bar as a 1 month subscriber. I don't have enough funds to get more budgets, man. I'm just a poor streamer. Okay. I actually forgot to do the Natlan songs last time. I've only done Polumnia Omnia and called it a day. But that's fine, Polumnia Omnia is the final boss anyways. We got it. How is this easier than Polumnia Omnia, that section, man? Nice. You have an idea who or where the song is from? It's Citlali's trailer. Tier 3 has a nice little star next to the badge. Hey, if you want a better badge, you have to pay up, man. Say like, easy man, play this like 5 times and now you're done. But in this I played like 200 times and I just can't get this. I even tried to practice the parts where I fail constantly, and it's not helping me all that much. Oh, you do have an in-book. Wait, why do you have multiple e-readers? I mean, the e-reader that I just dug up was also bought as like the second one, and nobody used it. Man, I just got like 15 good. After playing this song so many times, I should be able to do it with my eyes closed. But I just can't do it even with my eyes wide open. Maybe I should close, maybe it would be easier with eyes closed actually. I guess I don't really feel the music. Like I focus so much on the notes falling that I don't actually listen to the music. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe I just need to feel the music better. Because this is me after all. Just trying to click the notes as you see them is never the best solution. Can I just like erase this map from existence? And I got a fail, like I always fail here as well. I'm Probably not listening to the music. This is first and foremost a music company. I can kinda do some parts of this map without actually looking at the notes. I did get a few misses when I was reading your message, but I also got quite a few notes right without looking at them. I used to actually like be better at the latter half of the map. I think I got slightly better at the first half, even though I still fail a lot, almost every time. But I was better at the latter half of the map in the past, and now I'm way worse. $17 freaking goose, man. They just like block me from playing this mode ever again with this kind of performance. Last two times we played this, I got one good or one miss. Just like one wrong note. So I'm back again at the lonely point of only having to complete Polumnia Omnia. Can I even be happy about the success in a song? Because that just means I'm stuck playing only Polumnia Omnia from now. Because we got everything else perfect already from this new set. So it's just Polumnia Omnia. And nothing else, man. And nothing else. I just need to like sit down and play it like 200 times of stream in a row. I just can't, man. Oh, they could have just chilled, but now they are dead. Oh, I took damage through the shield. Didn't expect that. Oh, the first attack I did hit the Sunsetia and not the tree. So the Sunsetia fell, but the tree didn't give me wood. Okay, let's heal up. I thought the shield could tank the explosion, honestly. But apparently the explosions are pretty powerful. Talk to Lian? Nah, she's like so far away, man. Okay, so now that we utterly failed in the rhythm game, I say after perfecting 2 songs of the 3 I had left, but there's only one I really care about. So after that, time to do the Elan quest. Fortunately, we have this feature. I have played for so long already. How has not even a day passed? I've played for an hour, and that's not even a single day? Entering domains probably like skips time or something. And then it like doesn't count as time passing. Time to see the Elan skin in action.
こんばんは。会場までご案内いたします。ちょっと緊張してきたぞ。今度こそあの悪者どもを一網打尽だ。
Another place you got reservations for? I'm already jealous enough, man.
If you're in Osaka, you have to try this $12 seared Wagyu lunchbox set with a cured egg and seasoned rice. Andrew and I have had our eyes on the spot for a year because the meat looked so good and Andrew was always needing his protein gains. So we finally made a res, which we highly recommend doing to bypass the line that starts before the restaurant even opens. You'll wind through their tatami-style rooms to your own private space where you can order their black Wagyu box sets or yakiniku sets or get both like us. The Wagyu box was so good and definitely worth the year-long admiration of it. The yakiniku set starts with Wagyu tartars, then a mix of dry-aged Wagyu, tongue, skirt steak, and liver. You cook the meat and vegetables yourself here though, so make sure you're confident in the person cooking. The best bite though is to dip your Wagyu into the cured egg yolk along with the rice. After the yakiniku meats, they served a cold soup covered with icy dashi broth you break open to reveal the noodles underneath. Then you wrap this setup with ice cream and tea. This was a 10 out of 10 experience and definitely...
No way this costs $12. How much does it actually cost? Because there's zero chance you get everything there for 12 bucks. Like maybe just like the little Wagyu box is 12 bucks, but like everything there, like 3 meals? No way. Yeah, the bento itself might be 12. But actually getting like the room there with all the like ice cream and then the rice boxes with noodles and then even more wagyu. Well, it goes about 200. Yeah, that sounds about better. Yeah, the $12 meal. Yeah, that's just engagement bait, man. Sneaky Paimon.
この中に悪党の手下がいるって考えると、なんだかオイラもやる気が出てきたぜ。
Paimon.
なんだよ。貧乏なオイラたちこそ、モラに惑わされないで真面目に働く。立派な探偵にぴったりだと思わないか？
I want a detective masters too.
ひひ、オイラのはやらないぞ。今はこれ1個しかないんだ。今度もっとかっこいいのを作ってやるぜ。
The slow moment. Oh, is it actually holding a drink?
あら、やる気満々って感じかしら。全然緊張していないみたいね。でも会場の雰囲気はゆったりしているから、呼吸を整えて少し熱意を抑えた方が周囲に溶け込みやすいわよ。
イエラン？お前、本当にイエランか？オイラの勘違いじゃないよな。
What part did Paimon start using the master glasses bait? 4.0, I'm pretty sure. During the trial. Like when we were doing the investigation for the Lene trial. But damn, that was a skin introduction if I've ever seen one. The waitress there being just like, oh, was the best part. I think we are the ones who need to worry about keeping a low profile. Next to the most dazzling lady in the room will be invisible.
私も頑丈茶室のオーナーとして招待を受けたの。気分がいいからフォンテーヌ風の衣装に着替えてみたんだけど、何か変だったかしら。
全然。
You look great.
じゃあ異国でのバカンスを満喫しつつ雑音を片付けるとしましょう。これまでの調査で完全にコツをつかんだようね。
Yeah, the haircuts are great.
ホ
Also,
テルドゥボールのケーキタワーみたいに華麗な連携を期待しているわ。
they also did the thing where the hair is like semi-transparent, while in her OG model, the hair just obstructs her eyes. So this gives like an even better effect. Like it makes it so that the hair actually looks more hair-like, cause like usually, like if you would have hair like this, it wouldn't fully cover your eye, right? Because you would still see it through like the hair strands, unless you just had like a solid block of hair over your eye. So even though initially you might think this looks less realistic, it kind of looks more realistic, and it just looks nice. It just looks really nice. They have been doing this with recent characters, and they also did this with the skin. There was a leak saying that old characters might receive model updates, and the funny thing is that the leak was just all the leak said was that old characters will receive model updates. Characters like Ayaka, Ito, or even the Traveler was mentioned. And what people started saying about buffs to their kids. The leak said nothing about that. Nobody said that anybody's getting buffed. They might, but what the leaker was talking about was model updates. But yeah, even just that would be quite lovely, especially Ito, because that guy got so shafted.
それはそうと、会場で犯人を捕まえるにはどうすればいいんだ？
君たちの任務は至って簡単。この資料を参考に競売の出品物をよく見ていてちょうだい。ブラックマネーロードの収集品が出されたら、君たちは価格を競り上げ、場の雰囲気を盛り上げて。
オイラたちも入札に参加するのか？
Can we bid however much we want?
普通ならデタラメな入札をすると警告されるし、入札資格を取り消される可能性もあるんだけど、君たちに用意した口座は理論上いくらでも負債を重ねられるの。だからどんどん入札してブラックマネーロードの部下を混乱させてくれればそれでいいわ。私たちがこの件を追っていると知ったブラックマネーロードは腹心ではなく臨時の身代わりを会場に来させる可能性が高い。貨物船の一件を受けて急遽競売に申し込んだ人物が何人かいるの。彼らはみんな茶葉愛好家のブローチを身につけている。身代わりはその中にいるはずよ。身代わりが何より恐れているのは気まぐれで落札した人に価格に見合った品でないと気づかれること。もしそうなればコーダーとブラックマネーロードの正体がバレてしまうもの。でもブラックマネーロードが一度に投じるモラの量はそこまで多くないから身代わりの予算は限られているわ。
And we've got access to Yelang's account.
向こうはとても不利な立場にあるという
I
こと
mean,
だ
to
よ。
Yelang's account literally, but probably that account is Ningguang's account. Got it. We need to put pressure on them. The more desperate they get, the better.
よくわからないけど、なんとなく想像できたぜ。もし自分の計画がめちゃくちゃにされたら、オイラも焦るだろうからな。
君たちが入札している間、私は2階の貴賓席から様子を観察して不審な人物を見つけ出すわ。一度だけなら冷静に対応できるかもしれないけど、何度も横槍を入れられたら相手はかなりのプレッシャーを感じるはずよ。競売が終わったら会場の近くで私と合流して、人気のない場所で身代わりを捕まえて少しお話しさせてもらいましょう。
Sounds like a plan. We won't let you down.
オイラたち、気合なら誰にも負けたことないからな。
Oh, I'm actually Yelan. Interesting. I didn't see that coming. Yeah, I guess observing the auction from up above is gonna be more interesting than just saying the highest price every single time. Oh, Paimon doesn't have her glasses anymore. The time is right. I should start investigating. A barret has been all the rage among tea enthusiasts lately. It was being worn by several buyers who signed up for the auction after their cargo ship incident. The scapegoat must be hiding among them, so it is imperative to track down all buyers wearing this badge. 15 million mora is the starting price. This lady is wearing one of those badges. Oh, I didn't even notice what she does. But there is nothing too suspicious about her outfit or demeanor. 18 million! What, don't you think you're raising a little too fast? Well, that's a very generous bid. I have 18 million in the room. Do I have any more bids? 19 million. Does he not have a badge? I have no choice. Oh yeah, this guy has one. 21 million! You feel sadness eating them. It's really not that difficult to spice up noodles in like a very good way. Get some egg, get some chives. And then bam, just those two things. Elevate them to be like 10 times as good. And 2 times less sad. This one doesn't seem to stand out in any way. So this is how it's done. Time to take some lessons from Paimon. 25 million! How much? Did I hear that right? This guy keeps commenting, but he's not one of them. They don't put amateurs on the front row. Golden hair guest here is really something else. 25 million, going once, going twice. Congratulations, the item is yours. I'm expecting this to be this intense. It looks like I'm going to have to take this auction seriously. Oh, this guy has the badge. I guess in the end of this world. But I can't miss out on the next item. I want to see some more of the dialogues. I don't want to like find him too quickly. Oh. It looks like this is the end of the dialogue. Or maybe not? Or possibly yes. Okay, let's just finish this. A nervous gentleman. He's displaying the badge very prominently. Was his bid frequency really high? I don't think he bid once. Maybe I should have waited longer. A killer with a low-profile bidding style who has appeared several times at important auctions. Although they haven't been attending auctions as frequently as before, their bids are always focused on the most precious of pieces. A lavishly dressed lady. Based on your intel, she is a well-known figure within Fontaine's fashion world. A regular at fashion exhibits and events, and an avid collector of unique accessories and trinkets. Records show that she has participated in such auctions multiple times before. A regular commentator for publications like The Steambird, this affluent connoisseur with refined artistic taste is a fixture of the auction house scene. However, their unusually late appearance at this particular auction raises some questions. Oh, it's not him? Oh, it's actually him. I got the wrong guy. I mean, he did say, I guess I have no choice. So that was like the thing. But then I got ticked off by I got led astray by the comment that the other guy was like twitching and very nervous and whatever.
茶葉愛好家のブローチも特殊な色。きっとコーダーが彼の動向を監視しているんだわ。つまり彼らはお互いに面識がない。利用できそうね。
Once the action's over, you all meet up outside the Hotel de Boer. Officer Adler arrives with your new double agent in tow. After checking the list of auction participants, you are able to confirm his identity. He turned to be an ordinary clerk who ran into some financial trouble. Perhaps desperation was what drove him to take such a risk. Do I like crab? I don't think I've ever eaten real crab. I'm thinking if like I might have had some sushi place, but I don't think so. I don't think I ever ate real crab. I only ate imitation crab, but that's just fish. Why is this so quiet? Whatever. Damn. Jake, assemble your little own crab soup. Damn. It all does look pretty lovely. But yeah, the one I would be most excited about is the omuraisu actually. Because especially with like when it's a simple dish. That you know it's good, like eggs are great and rice is great. It's like all pretty simple, but then you've got like it mastered to perfection. One last one. After receiving information and a brief discussion, you settle on a bold and daring plan.
素敵。今回は伝統技 カカオで作られた漆器の花瓶を落札しましたの。また家に一つ素敵な置物が増えてしまったわ。
What a lovely Ojo-sama voice.
Wagyu and sushi in Osaka, Japan. At number 8, you can have your own private room. They have all-you-can-eat Wagyu beef, which is unbelievably tender. It also comes with 50 options of sushi. Everything
I was like, no way you get all you can eat Wagyu for like, wait, how much did they say? 20 bucks? 50 bucks? Like, once again, you would probably get like a sushi box for 20 bucks or whatever. Not all you can eat Wagyu.
is made fresh in the kitchen, and we honestly couldn't believe that we can have Wagyu and high-quality sushi as all-you-can-eat. Just take a look at this. Even the meat for the sukiyaki is beautifully marbled. You can eat this amazing food for over 90 minutes. I honestly think this is the most complete all-you-can-eat experience in Japan.
Yeah, it looks pretty lovely as well. You gotta find also some like obscure hole-in-the-wall ramen places to eat from for the authentic experience. Those noodles are bad. Wait, were there even any noodles? But he wants to join me. Oh, the noodles you are eating. Okay. My favorite instant ramen was Sapporo Ichiban. They were a bit more expensive, but it actually tasted like mid-quality restaurant ramen. But it was instant ramen at home, so like that's very high praise. I need to buy more of them. But I bought a whole box of Nongshim noodles, and I have to like go through them because they're gonna expire in a couple of months. But those are pretty mid. The noodles are fine, but not as great. And then the seasoning is probably best discarded, to be honest. If I'm making something more complex, it's fine to add a bit of it, but as a primary flavor, it's not great. I live in Poland, yeah.
Mita ka? あの新緑の谷のチャキ。あれほどの値がつくなんて。びっくりすぎて頭が真っ白になったよ。
It should be even easier to buy them in Germany. Even the way these are distributed, they might go to Germany first and then to Poland. But I just found them online. I wouldn't find. I mean, I could find Nongshim noodles in a grocery shop. They have been becoming more popular lately. But the Sapporo Ichiban noodles, no way. But they really are Ichiban. They really are number one. A bit more expensive, but if you actually want to have like not a depression meal, but an actual ramen meal, proper meal at home, then the Sapporo Ichiban noodles with like, you know, boil some eggs and chop some chives and bam. Full meal. Bulldogs are also everywhere, yeah, those are the most popular ones probably. Yum Yums and random white ones. I don't know those. Although I might have seen noodles marked as Yum Yum. Never tried though. And by noodles you mean pasta. One Polish company started making like instant soups. They don't call it instant ramen. They call it like instant rosu. But it's pretty much instant ramen. I have to try it. From Knorr. Exactly. So I've been seeing some ads for their like... It's pretty much instant ramen, man. Like a block of noodles and then seasoning packets. Need to see how that tastes. Those final numbers.
なんでこんなことに。あのガキどもは一体何者だったんだ。
いくらで雇われたの？出立亭ならその倍は出せるわ。
Most of their soups were pretty decent. Like the ones that I ate before. The like gorący kubek. The hot mug was like their main series. I especially like the creamy tomato soup, but they stopped producing those, unfortunately. They no longer make the creamy tomato soup. Now it's only regular tomato soup. There was one that was creamy tomato soup with cheese, and that was probably the best, like, instant thingy. Barsh and tomato soup. I don't really like the Knorr barsh that much. It's fine, but I went through like a quest where I tried every single like instant barsh they had at the stores I could find, and I settled. It's like it's not powdered, but instead it's like in little jars and just like liquid. And you take some chicken bouillon or whatever, add a bit of that, and like it tastes lovely, almost as good as barsh made with actual beetroots. I think it's called. I think it's from Polska Gościna or something like that. But yeah, now that's just how we make barsh. Even when we make real barsh from beetroots, we add a bit of that as well, because it just tastes so great. We have like 10 jars in our garage, so that they never run out. And yeah, I tried all the powdered ones from like Winiary, from Knorr. Knorr was not bad, probably the best powdered one. But when I was drinking it a bit more often than like once every half a year, it does have some like off taste. Also, a funny thing about all these instant soups is that some of them will have like written on the package, no MSG added, and I'm like, damn, now I have to add my own MSG. Although barsh and like beetroots in general are the one food that I actually feel like MSG makes worse. I'm not sure why. I tried to like look it up, but it's my experience and the others as well who like have eaten that. Adding MSG to beetroots just makes them taste really off. A bit of it in barsh is like okay, but like just a tiny little bit. But like if you add a bit more, it becomes like inedible. Everything else, every other food I've added MSG to, it became better. Every other soup and everything else. I mean, you have to like not add too much. But beetroots, just I don't know, something about that like earthy taste. It gets like brought out more, and then it's like kind of nasty. You're not being able to buy Cheetos. You can buy Cheetos in Germany? Oh, that sounds crazy. I mean, I don't really eat any kinds of chips or anything, but I did like Cheetos when I was younger. But Cheetos are iconic. You know what, MSG? I mean, if you ate like Cheetos ever, or any kind of chips, like any Doritos or whatever, they all have MSG in them. And also foods, especially stuff like fish or mushrooms, or nori, the like whatever they're called, they all have MSG in them as well. The niche is over in the Netherlands. Huh. Pretty strange. Wonder why. But yeah, even if you cannot buy something in your local grocery store, just try looking online. Like all the weird foods. If I'm buying some like Chinese pickled chilies or whatever, or like weird stuff, just look it up online, and you will find like there were even things I wanted to buy that I could only find in German stores online. I don't remember what it was. I wanted to buy something, and it was I only found it in German stores, and not in anything that would be like. I mean, I think they might have delivered to Poland, but it would be more expensive. But yeah, I really recommend MSG. It's pretty cheap. You don't overuse it. Don't pour too much, but there are really no health risks. It was all overblown and mostly based on like racism. the like campaign against MSG, and it just makes stuff taste better for the most part. Do I live far from the German border? I live near Toruń, so it's kinda not that far. I did once go on a little trip to Germany, to Berlin, to eat at the like Star Rail collab food truck. And I just went there with my brother-in-law. We just rode to Germany and back. It took like 4 hours, maybe? To just drive there by car. Back then, I couldn't find any train that would just go straight to Berlin. But I think now I could. Wait. Let me see. Yeah, there is a 4-hour ride. No, wait. No, these are like 8 hours. Multiple trains, multiple trains. I can't find a single train. What is this? I have never seen this website before. Fastest trains. 4 hours. I would need one like change of train. But like 4 hours, 37 minutes, that's pretty decent. Like tomorrow, I could set off at 2 p.m. and be in Berlin by 6:30. For 300 zlotys though, that's pretty expensive. And if I change over to the cheapest, it's like cost the same, but it just takes 50% longer. Oh, but if I go for Wednesday, oh, now this is 0 changes. Oh, that's good. It's also cost a third of the price, so 127 zlotys for like 4 hours. Yeah, that's actually good. If I had to go to Berlin again, I could take a train like that. I couldn't find one back then. Not sure if there weren't any trains or if I was just bad at finding a train. And PLN is like 75 euros? Wait, let me actually check. Yeah, like 70 euros. Pay generally lower? Yeah. Although I do make like decent-ish money. I mean, I swap on gacha games so I can be that poor. I'm not that rich either though. I need to actually take some of my money and just like invest it somewhere or like get an actually good savings account. There are some pretty good options in Poland actually. Like there's like a government thingy, government bonds or whatever. I don't know. I barely know the terms in Polish, so it's even worse when I want to translate it to English. But yeah, there are pretty good ways to invest money very safely in Poland. So I should do that right after we get our like kitchen renovation done, though.
君たちは何のことかよくわからないな。
あら、この殺し屋さんもそう言ってたわ。でも彼は一つだけ分かっていた。青いブローチをつけた人物が競売に失敗したら、人気のない場所でそいつを処分すればいいってことだけは。
You went to Germany with your family and your mother got a job easier because she had a master's degree in Polish. I mean, a lot of the time, it's just to like prove that you went through university, because like you don't really learn much anyways at university compared to what you would learn from like actual experience or sometimes even like a class, like a private class with somebody or whatever. But it's just to prove that you went through the hellscape that is college. No job over 401k. We don't even have anything like that in Poland. It's some like insurance stuff. Insurance is like mandatory in Poland, and like everybody pays for it because we've got like the free healthcare. But like free healthcare is a myth because it's just extra payments that everybody makes to the system. But as a, because I like legally I'm a business owner, so yeah, I pay for all that. And like no matter what you do in Poland, you have to pay the like retirement fund and the healthcare, whatever. It's like all mandatory, everybody does it. Even if you work at McDonald's. Or is 401k something different? Abnormal pay for a multimillionaire? What? I mean, I don't think 401k is like how much you make. What is this actually? Employer sponsored defined contribution personal pension saving account. Yeah, so in Poland it's just like mandatory, but it's pretty garbage. I mean, because it's mandatory is bad. I think somebody, I'm not sure if this is like true, but I think somebody once calculated, it might be true, that like if instead of all the like retirement fund like how do you like instead of if instead of paying for this mandatory retirement fund, you would just buy beer bottles and then return them, and then like when it came to your retirement, you would just like return the bottles to like get a little cash back from giving the bottle back, you would get more money than from the retirement fund. But yeah, my retirement plan would ideally be to just like, I mean, I would get paid something anyways, right? No matter what, I will get paid something by the government once I finally retire. So there is that. Even if it's very little. But my plan would just to be save a bunch of money and then just ideally live from like the extras I would make from it. However, I barely know the terminology in Polish, like I said before. But yeah, also I tend to not worry too much about that. Because as like a work from home software tester, I can keep working for like forever. Unless I'm like bedridden. And I might just like die before anything is relevant anyways, you know? I'm more scared of like dying tomorrow than of what I'm gonna do when it's time to retire.
処分？
あんたは運がいいぜ。出立艇に目つけられたおかげで逆に命拾いしたんだからな。
いやいやいや、話が違うぞ。たとえ捕まっても何も言わなければメロピで要塞から出してやるって言われたんだ。それに手付金だけで300万も払ってくれた。その金だけでも女房に一番いい薬を買ってやれる。あと数年は持ちこたえることができるんだ。なのになんでだ？競売に失敗しただけで口封じのために消されないといけないっていうのか？
君を犠牲にして得る利益と比べたら君への報酬なんてほんのはした金なのよ。
出立艇にはあなたのような人が70人以上も収監されているわ。彼らと話してみたい？
はあ、いや結構だ。もうどうこうなる状況じゃない。君たちは俺にやり直すチャンスをくれるんだよな。教えてくれ。俺はどうすればいい？
You're trying to finish school with good enough grades to become a doctor. Nice. It's a very draining job though. Like you will have money, but you will not have time to spend it very likely. But doctors are needed, so it is great if that's what you want to do. Gotta pull out of your 401k to invest. Gotta spend some money to make money. Yeah, like if you actually do it properly, it's the best way. But it is hard to do it properly. Put all on red. Which in Poland you can't like pull out your money from the retirement fund. It's mandatory and it's just like there. The worst part is that it's like so scuffed to pay. Like all the paperwork you have to do, even though you can do it all online, it's still just like so many different weird forms and everything. When I pay my taxes, I just select the tax I want to pay. Like on my bank account, I just select the tax I want to pay and then the amount, and then I'm done, right? But with that, I have to do so, especially like at the end of the year. Oh my god, man! And then like the weirdest part about paying all those taxes and retirement funds, like I need to fill in all the amounts and all the types of taxes that I should be like eligible for or whatever. I need to fill this all out myself. But if I do anything wrong, they'll just like send everything back and say, this is wrong, you have to input the correct value. If they know what I have to put there, then why make me fill it? Like, they know what's supposed to be there, and if I put any other value, it's invalid. So why do I have to fill it all out? It's so confusing, man. You're becoming a dermatologist. Nice. In the meantime, you're just running under manager son who refused to give you not cry day off. Steuererklärung? I don't even know what you mean. I don't understand this sentence, but... Check general? I mean, I took like... $11 years of German at school. I barely know anything. I think that I described it. I feel like it's similar in a bunch of countries actually, where you have to fill out your own taxes, but then if you do anything wrong, they will tell you no, do it again and input the one correct value that we want, but we won't tell you which. Yeah, I could also pay somebody to do it for me, and I maybe should have. One mistake I made is that I thought that when you are a child, there is like this belief that all adults have like everything figured out. And back when I was, I mean, it wasn't that long ago when I was creating my business. But I believed that my dad has everything figured out when it comes to like all the taxes and whatever. But in reality, like not really, not as much as I thought he would. So I should have listened to less of his advice and just figured things out myself, and probably just also paid somebody. In Poland it would be way cheaper, I think, even than 100 euros. Enough update. To just have like an accountant do everything for me. And then there are like some things that I maybe should do, but I'm too lazy, or like, cause it's just too intimidating to even try. Like, I should make this Twitch streaming part of my business. Not really for like the income or anything, like I barely make anything here. I think I could get slightly better rates with Twitch though, if I was actually like a business contracted with Twitch and not just like a guy. But also then I could, but I'm not even sure if that would work. But I could maybe have all my gacha spending as like tax deduction. But I buy them in yen, so like I don't even know, man. It's way too complicated. I would actually need to pay somebody to do it. I would have to like change everything. Your dad wanted to invest into Dogecoin? Yeah, okay, it's not as bad with my dad. My dad also likes to like invest slightly into crypto sometimes, but not into Dogecoin, fortunately. Okay, yeah, so got level 90, turn level 8 for a stronger shield. Yep, you can level the burst eventually for like a bit higher multiplier, but it's not that important. But the Fjords is fully maxed, that's a lovely. Best 4 star for sure. Might even be better than like non-sick 5 stars. Not sure exactly where it lands though, but it could be. The stats are like so good. Just so many stats. And yeah, attack, that's lovely. Attack subs also great. She loves attack. And even more than attack, she loves crit. So 96 to 189. Very lovely. 33 ER. I think that like for burst every rotation in double electro teams, it was like 40 to 60. But because like if she's single electro, you're not bursting every rotation anyways, so might as well give up. But in double electro, I think it was like 40 to 60. So if you have like a fav weapon additionally, this could be enough to burst every rotation if you pull like flings. You have 0 EM subs, which is a bit of a shame. Not like that big of a shame. It's okay. Getting attack and crit is more important. But you know, would be nice if you could find some pieces that have instead of like HP and defense. Although you don't have much HP and defense actually. Just 2 HP subs and 1 defense sub. It's mostly just all attack and crit, so it is pretty lovely. And it is better than EM. Also you get 240 EM from Ballad, yeah, so it's not like you have 0 EM. Yeah, so all attack and crit is the way to go here, yeah. You only have 3 wasted subs, so that's not really much at all. It's like nothing. There might be some like 3-liners. There might be some 3-liners, but yeah, that's like pretty minor as well. There's like 24 crit subs and 7 attack percent subs. Lovely. Just would be nice if you actually had a set bonus, but that's besides the point.
雇い主に連絡して直接話し合う約束を取り付けて。
雇い主か。彼はとても用心深い。手付金、行動計画、そして資金の受け渡し。
Waiting for the Notkai sets, you actually probably won't be playing the Notkai set on Inefa in most of her like best teams. So the thing is, the Notcray set does not have like a requirement to actually be played on a Notcray character. Like I also wanted to like giga farm for the Notcray sets and play them on Inefa. Now like this is not terrible on her or anything, but yeah. So one of the sets, this would be lovely if it would work. 80 EM and then 30 crit rate, but if the equipping character is on the field. So bricked for Inefa, you can't play this. And now the other one, ER, sure. And then all party members EM increases by 120. If you've got 2 not crates, 120, if you've got 1 not crate, 60. And both also increase like lunar reaction damage. So like you want these sets on your team. But there isn't any requirement to actually be from Notcry, like the Natlan sets where you need to be from Natlan. Here, you just need to have Notcry characters in your team. So as soon as you have 2 Notcry characters like Flins and Inefa, this set already works no matter who you put it on. And the thing is, Inefa has very good personal damage, so it will usually be better to either play a DPS set on her, or she is the perfect character to play Tenacity on. She doesn't make use of the 2-piece, because it's HP percent, but the 4-piece, she has off-field skill damage, buffs all the party's attack, which is also good for like the lunar charge damage. Actually no, it's good for direct lunar charge damage for like Flins. Flins really likes attack buffs, right? And so does Inefa, so that's good. And then shield strength is pretty decent actually, she does have a shield. So you'll usually play this on somebody else, your 4th character, because you've got Sucrose on Vivi, or like C2 Kazuha on Vivi. It would also be a good choice. You want a Shredder who can buff EM or attack, and Sito Kazuha or Sucrose are your only good options. And yeah, they play Vivi, and then your final Hydro character then plays Silken Mood Serenade. Yeah. Because on Blizzard and Sucrose is level 60. I am building Sucrose right now. But also, like, it's not like your Kazuha needs to play Blizzard forever. Silken Furina... I mean, Furina is garbage in this team. All she does is apply Hydro and eat your HP. That's it. Like, her damage is not gonna be that great. Because she will need to build, like... She will need to build 300 ER, but even then when you burst... Like, you will actually not even build ER on her. Because your burst doesn't do anything. Your burst does not buff your damage at all of your Inefa and Flins. Because they deal direct Lunar Charge damage, like I said before, right? You don't want damage bonus, you just want attack and EM and crit. So Furina is pretty bad, actually. She's not useless, you can play her. The damage buff still affects their talent damage. But there are better options that don't like eat away your HP for no good reason. Because ideally, like if you were to play Flins, Inefa, Furina, you would need to play like Anemo in the final slot. You want like the Sucrose, and then you have no healing. You are at half HP all the time for no good reason, because you are not getting anything from this HP loss. You are not playing Mareshuse, and you are not getting the burst HP fluctuation thingy. Way better character to play. Actually, let's open this one. Way better character to play is Aino. The reason why Aino is so good, now she does have like some minor buffs. C1 is 80 EM for the team, and then C6 is 35% lunar reaction damage. But the biggest thing about Aino is her short cooldown, right? She's got perma uptime, 13.5 second cooldown, 40 second duration, and the most important thing, it's under 16 seconds, the cooldown. Because Flins and Inefa both have 16 second cooldowns. For Flins, your burst doesn't matter, like the cooldown is 20 seconds, but you never press this. What matters is the skill cooldown, 16, right? That's his like rotation gate thingy. And then for Inefa, her burst, 15. And then Sucrose doesn't even burst as well, she just skills and you are done. But even if you... Her burst will be on a longer cooldown, but like it's like you can press it, but it doesn't do much. I think Kazuha is 15, so you could burst with Kazuha if you have C2. Sucrose should be 20, but it's irrelevant. And then every other Hydro character, almost every other Hydro character has longer cooldowns, or they do even less than Aino. So like if you wanted to play Yelan, her damage buff doesn't really do much, and then her longer cooldown is not worth, like the personal damage Yelan gives you is not worth the longer cooldown. And same with Xingqiu, he's even worse because he doesn't really do damage, as much damage as Yelan. And yeah, Furina eats your HP for no good reason, because the damage bonus is kinda useless. And then you're left to like C6 candies and Aino. And Aino gives better buffs than C6 candies. But if you are like somehow an Aino hater, you should just stop, get some help. But if you really wanted a different option, Candice C6 is like second best probably. You need C6 for actual Hydro up off field, and then she gives you like normal attack damage, which is pretty useless because once again you just do lunar charge damage, which is not doesn't get affected by damage bonus. Can I check your Furina? Okay, got level 90, 10-10. Splendor is whatever. I mean, if you are playing her with like Nubilet, it can be okay, because then you don't need all that much ER. But any team where Furina is the only Hydro character, this weapon is just not even playable. Because you just need way too much ER and it's better to play Favonius. Bear Furina and Xingqiu in what team? With Skerk. Oh, you don't have... The thing with Furina... Because you don't have Escoffier, right? The thing with Furina is that if you don't have Escoffier, she's not even really worth playing. Because the healing options outside of Escoffier for a Skerk team are so bad that you might as well just like not play her and then not worry about having healing. But she is playable. Like playing Furina and then like Mika or Charlotte is okay. It works. And then Xingqiu is a good final slot to butter your Furina a bit more. But yeah. So as long as you're getting your burst every rotation, if you are like... you usually play Citlali, then Furina is just like kinda garbage. You don't get the full damage, then it's just like definitely not good to play. She's not gonna get her extra damage, because she needs to consume HP for her summons to deal extra damage. You are playing this Splendor of Tranquil Waters, but you are dealing no damage. Also, for Splendor to activate, you need the HP fluctuations on Furina. Or just like on your team. And you are not getting that if you play Citlali. You cannot play Furina without a healer. It's absolute garbage. The weapon stops working altogether. And your buff is weak. And you are sitting on half HP. No, Diona is like the worst healer you could build. Don't. Do not build Diona. Mika or like Charlotte are playable. Even Barbara would be better than Diona. Hello, Sleepy Pandas. But yeah, Mika is usually best. As long as you don't miss his E. Because if you use Mika's E and then you don't hit the enemy, you don't get the stack on Skerk. And as if you didn't have a cryo character in your party. Because Mika can only deal cryo damage through one button in his kit, his E. Only once per rotation. So where were we? Usually Furina with low ER is not really all that great. Like, you could play the Citlali in your Skerk team if you just then didn't play the Xingqiu, right? You would just play Furina, Citlali and the healer. That could work. But then you would need an actually, like, you know, Fav weapon and ER Sans. Furina's weapon is one of the worst 5 stars. Because it's just pretty niche to have a team where Furina gets a lot of energy outside of Nuvilet. Just there aren't really many great teams where you would want to play like Double Hydro. Even with the Xingqiu, the 13 ER might not be enough to burst every rotation. But yeah, like this would be... Also you have like no crit rate. Yeah, you would definitely, if you wanted to keep her on like a full damage build, you would absolutely need a crit rate hat. Because, yeah, only 65 crit with like 250 crit damage, that ain't it. Yeah, like a 7% damage loss. Compared to actually having a crit rate hat. Right, it's pretty much the difference of just like the crit hat. Get C for free so we can use the C. Yeah, it's kinda like that. At that point you should just get like R5 Key of Karnizut. If you have any team that actually uses, you can use EM, Key of Karnizut is way better than this. I mean, it looks cool. It's a weapon that looks cool at least. So yeah, for damage, if you play the crit hat would be a good build with Nuvilet, but in teams without Nuvilet, you just play Fav. Pipe is also fine, but Fav is the GOAT. And then like ER Sans. And also a crit rate hat. Crit rate hat no matter what you do, right? The crit damage hat is not playable. I mean, I guess if you dropped the Splendor, you could stay on a crit damage hat because you have good crit rate subs. Yeah, maybe if you just did not play Splendor at all. But with all the Splendor crit damage, you need a crit rate hat. And then probably you could use more ER even if you play double Hydro. Yeah. But the more time goes on, the better it is to just go full supportive on Furina. Because the less her damage matters. Like, back when she came out, Furina could be one of the major contributors to your team's DPS if you just like battered her properly and played full damage. But in like a Skerk team, even if you funnel all the energy into her, and even if you build all the damage, she's gonna be like eclipsed by Skerk so hard that it's like really not worth the effort, you know? It's better to just put her like full ER and then play characters that actually buff your Skerk more than Xingqiu. Also, it's rather than play Golden Troop, it's better to just play Tenacity. 20% attack for Skerk is way better than like any damage bonus you could get for Furina. Even if it was like 150, it probably would be worse than 20 attack for Skerk. It would make more sense to just do Charlotte healer so you get bonuses. I mean, you do need, if you play Furina with your Skerk, you do need a healer. And Charlotte is okay. Although with Charlotte, you do need like a lot of energy. Having a triple cryo setup would make this way more like workable. If you played Citlali, Skerk, Charlotte, Furina, full ER Furina, so that she can actually burst, and then funnel the Citlali particles into Charlotte, and then maybe you could make Charlotte work. Because her ER requirements are crazy high, that's the worst thing about Charlotte. And if you play Mika, he is not as energy hungry, and the attack speed is kinda nice that he gives to your Skerk. Your Skerk is already in shambles. Okay, let's check the other frame. I've been thinking about moving her to Tenacity. Yeah, that's kinda the plan in 2025. Although we do have C6. But yeah, the Golden Troop doesn't do that much for your like on-field damage with the C6. So even if you do like the little Furina like rotation where you just like, you know, hit the enemy a couple times before you switch out, Golden Troop does not buff it by all that much. I mean, doesn't buff it at all. So you wouldn't lose that much damage if you switched to Tenacity, but you would buff your other characters more. Do they also have cons? Yeah, okay. So yeah, if like your Furina is your only C6, it would probably be better to just focus fully on Furina's damage. But when everybody is C6, pretty much the same principle applies. Once again, the Furina damage is gonna get eclipsed by Skerk's like tenfold. So might as well go more supportive. Freedom Thorn? I don't think it's gonna work that well. Actually, if you play like triple cryo, because I'm thinking, do you actually get the reactions in a Skerk team? But I guess if the enemy is affected by cryo, you hit them, that's frozen. Could work. And then you get the attack buff and normal attack buff. So those are pretty good if they actually proc. Yeah. Sounds solid. So yeah, if you wanted to like do a max speedrunning turbo build, probably going Tenacity to buff your Skerk more should be the move, right? Because you don't want to waste time on fielding a C6 Furina where you can switch to Skerk faster and just murder the enemy. I'm pretty sure. But overall the build is pretty lovely right now. And got some very nice ER from the subs. With the C4 energy. Should work pretty well. Thank you very much, Spade, for the follow. Okay, we've got 10 squads as well. What is it, the Genshin jump pack? Ask away. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I wonder if Columbina is gonna be any good for Skerk. Does C6 Goro give crit damage via Geo characters buffed? I mean, when you get C6 Goro, whoops, his buff also starts giving crit damage at that point. So, depending on how many Geo characters you have, right, because it's based on the number of Geos in your team, yeah, based on the number of Geo characters in your party. So with 1 you get 20, with 2 you get 20, and with 3 you get 40. It's still not that great of a buff. The best Geo teams nowadays don't even play Goro, because Shironen is one of the best things that happened to Geo teams. Right, either like Shironen or Chiori. I mean, Chiori could work, but like if you want to play Shironen with your Navia or your Itto or your Noel, unless you have C2, you are not allowed to play more than 2 Geo characters. Because if you play 3, Shironen switches to main DPS mode, and she will no longer give you Geo Shred when she's off field. If you want Geo Shred off field with 3 Geo characters in your team, this no longer applies. Like the shred no longer applies. So the best teams are gonna be like Itto, Shironen, and then 2 characters that are not Geo, like Furina and the healer or something. Not sure like what would be best in those 2 slots, or like Bennett and Official or like whatever. Can a non-Geo character get the buff? Pretty sure they don't. Or actually, do they? Wait. Provides up to 3 buffs to active characters within the skill's AoE based on the number of Geo characters in the party. Oh no, it specifically gives crit damage to Geo damage. Yeah. So only Geo damage gets the crit damage. Your non-Geo characters will not get buffed. He counts as a Geo. But yeah, I'm not sure what you are cooking, but it probably is not gonna work. Goro is not that great of a buffer nowadays. The Inazuma era buffers were just like the Inazuma era niche buffers were just like not good enough for their niches to stay relevant long time. They ramped up the power in Fontaine for like niche buffers like Chevreuse. And Chevreuse is definitely worth her weight. It's actually worth to handicap your team and play only Pyro Electro so that Chevreuse can fully work, right? And then the same goes for Escoffier, of course. But for the older characters, like Goro, like Nilo, like even Shenhe. Shenhe does not have a restriction, but she like only buffs cryo damage. They just are not that great nowadays. They can sometimes be played, but not really. Even if you could give crit damage to anybody, it's still not much. Because like this is still Geo damage bonus. This is still like wait, it gives 15% Geo damage bonus. That's it? No way, it's that bad. It's worse than I remembered, man. Like what? He gives 15% and that's it? And like 25 defense. What? Oh my god, that's so bad. But yeah, even if you gave just 40 crit damage, that's like that's not great. You would rather play like Chevreuse without the Electro Pyro team, so that she just gives so that she just gives you an attack and damage bonus buff. I mean, Goro was decent with Itto when he came out. What teams can you make with C2, Tinari plus C0 Nahida? Probably some sort of aggravate. Although realistically, his highest DPS team at C2 would just be Hyper Bloom, and you just play Tinari just for fun because he wouldn't do much, and then you play like Shinobu and like Furina or something, or you play Raiden and Xingqiu. But if you want to actually have a team where Tinari does the damage and not Hyper Blooms, you'd probably go with Fischl and like probably just like another Electro. You could still go Shinobu for some healing, or even Inefa for the shield. Inefa wouldn't be great in a team without Hydro. But she would give you a shield, so that you wouldn't like die super easily. But yeah, it wouldn't be too great either way, unfortunately. Can work against Dendro Shield content though. Do you have any Dendro Shield content nowadays? Not really. The Matrix of semi-intransient network thingy, whatever. No. Is it algorithmic matrix of semi-intransient? No, it's semi-intransient algorithm algorithmic matrix of semi-intransient overseer network. I'm pretty sure that's what this guy is called. That robot boss from Sumeru. Was bragging about a boss's name. Yeah, see this? Algorithm of semi-intransient matrix of overseer network. That's an actual enemy name in Genshin. People just call him Asimon. Which is this guy? He goes invisible and you have to like aggravate him for him to come out sooner. I was thinking what Dendro Shield content is there. We might get more with Lauma and Nefer, but unfortunately they seem to be mostly centered around Bloom. It seems we are getting one more year of Aggravate being dead. Because like Aggravate was great when Sumeru came out. A lot of the top meta comps were Aggravate. Alhaitham might have been the best DPS when he came out even. But then as we got Fontaine, we got like no Dendro characters until the very end. And when we finally did get a Dendro character, it was for Burning. We got Emily and then Kinichi a patch later. So like Burning got revived, sure, nice. And now another year later without any Dendro, we are getting once again like two Dendro characters in a row, because probably Nefer will be 6.1, so we're getting like Lauma and Nefer, but they are mostly centered around blooms and just like their own personal damage. That is like Lunar Bloom, so no reaction essentially. Like they are not centered. They need to bloom to deal damage from their talents. It's kind of like Kinich is a burning character, but it's not. He doesn't utilize burning for damage, he just uses burning to get stacks to deal damage from his skill directly. And that's how Lauma and Nefer are gonna... Lauma actually does buff blooms directly, so there is that. Your Hyper Bloom teams will get stronger if you just put Lauma in there. But Nefer's most likely gonna be like Flynn's, who just direct bloom damage from talents, but she doesn't care about the reaction itself. I might be wrong though. We don't know yet what she's gonna do. So yeah, we are just gonna get two Dendro characters in a row, and then wait another year until they release another two Dendro characters in a row that will hopefully buff Aggravate this time. We have Aggravate, essentially only Aggravate left, right? Because we got the Emily and Kinich for Burning. Now we're getting Lauma and Nefer for Blooms. And the only reaction left is Aggravate. Or just like Quicken in general. From the Dendro side it's spread. We technically did get like Chlorine, who was a decent Aggravate DPS when she came out, but since then it's better to like nowadays it's just better to play Chevreuse Overload. Chevreuse is just too strong, even though Overload is a useless reaction. The Chevreuse buffs are better than the Aggravate reaction for pretty much every Electro DPS right now. Unless you go like Quick Bloom, then maybe you can cook something. But yeah, hopefully... I mean, maybe we will get some more Dendro characters later on in Not Cry. Hopefully. And they could revive Aggravate. But we might have to wait until early Seznaya for our yearly Dendro character drop.
だが、君たちを最後の取引場所に案内して、緊急手段で彼に連絡してみることはできる。
その前に、あなたの家まで案内してくれる？事件に関連する証拠を集めないと。
Is this guy an actor? And not an actual hitman?
説得完了だな。 だな。
Every character could get the Goro buff, it would be broken. Sarah Sisik 60%, plus Goro, 2 characters. 2080? I mean, you need 3 Geo for Goro. But like, yeah, neither the Sarah buff nor the Goro buff are that great. And also Sarah is only for Electro, Goro only for Geo. But also their buffs are just like not that big. It's not really worth it. Even when you can get them. Like Sarah, you can cook something up with it. If you are like speedrunning, if you get like C6 Electro carries. So you just like get the buff and kill the enemy in like 2 moves. With like C6 Varesa, maybe Sarah can be like slightly useful there. But the Goro buff is just not it. 15 damage bonus and 40 crit damage is like nothing, man. It's absolutely nothing. Like once again, you are better off, if you have an attack scaler, you are better off playing Chevrus without the shred, without the electro pyro restriction, than playing Goro. And that's not even mentioning Bennett or Yansan, the actually good buffers. Or then there are the shredders like Shilonen and all the Anemo characters. So Goro's buff would need to be unconditional, like no need for characters in the party. Also buff all damage, not Geo, and also be like 3 times as big for him to be useful. The more crit damage you have, the worse it gets actually. So if you have like 300 crit damage, getting more crit damage buffs, they are very diluted already. Crit damage buffs are best when you have very little of it. Like, I mean, not nothing, because the way crit scales is that at like low crit levels, let's say you have like 50 crit rate, 100 crit damage. If you get more crit rate, you crit more often, and then when you get more crit damage, your crits get bigger. So like as you increase both stats, they buff each other up, right? You get a bit of crit rate, a bit of crit damage, and like gets going, and it's super cool. But once you reach the point when you hit 100% crit rate, at that point crit damage is just damage bonus, right? Like every single hit is a crit. You can't crit more often than on every single hit. At that point crit damage is just another kind of damage bonus. And it's still a good source of damage, because you just tend to get a lot of crit damage from various sources. Like a hat gives you 60 crit damage, compared to a goblet that gives you 46 damage bonus. So like the crit damage is higher than the damage bonus. But if you already have a lot of it, it's diluted simply, right? If you have 100 crit damage, and you get 100 more, now your crits go from doing double damage to triple damage. So that's 50% extra damage from the extra 100 crit damage you got, right? But if you've got 300 and go to 400, you are doing 4 times the damage, now you're doing 5 times the damage on your crits. So that's only 25% extra, right? It used to be 50% more when we went from 100 to 2, but now it's 25% more when you go from 3 to 4. It's still a good buff, but not as good, right? Ideally you want to mix and match different stats. So playing like 2 crit damage buffers in a team, probably worse than trying to play 1 crit damage buffer and then 1 attack buffer, or a damage bonus buffer, or a res shredder. Now, if the buff is big enough, it can still be good to just stack it together. Like, when you have Bennett and Yansan, they both mostly buff your attack. Bennett can play like Noblesse for 20% damage. No, actually Noblesse is even more attack. So Bennett just gives you attack only, but Yansan can give you some damage bonus from Scroll. But it's mostly attack for both of them. But the attack buffs are just so big that it can be worth to play both of them. Some of the best Kinich teams and Mabuika teams play just both Bennett and Yansan, because the number is just too big. But as we get more characters, you'll want to like throw out one of them to mix and match buffs. It would be better if you had a character that gives the buffs on Bennett's level, but gives damage bonus instead, or res shred, or defense shred, or crit in this case, right? Because you are not getting crit buffs from either Bennett or Yansan. Okay.
彼は最初から緊張していたし、とても不安がっていた。私たちは利益を提示しながら彼と誠実な対話をしただけよ。 みんなの素晴らしい演技にも感謝しないとね。特に
Yeah, I knew the
こ
hitman
ち
is
らの
fake.
警察隊員くん。
悪役を演じるのは久しぶりだったので、もっと怖い感じの方が良かったことをドキドキしてましたよ。
十分だったぞ。旅先で出会う悪党にそっくりだったぜ。
And it was fake, and I still felt myself tensing up. If you need a side hustle, you could always become a part-time actor.
それでイエランさん、私はコーダーとドッタマーにどちらを優先すべきでしょうか？
ドッタマーニがバイダ港に戻ったら監視しておくと、スメール側から連絡があったわ。こちらが合図を出せば、
It's like an
いつでも
international
逮捕できる。
operation, kinda cool.
ジャッジ深き強者の追跡は洗顔軍が担当するから、残るはコーダーだけね。監視中はなるべく距離を保って
We never actually
警
met
戒されない
Scumface.
ようにしてちょうだい。
Kinda weird.
完全解決も時間の問題ですね。熱くなってきました。
He's way too excited
それ
about
じゃあ
being a hitman.
あとは計画通りにね。12時間後、身代わりの案内で黒幕をおびき出しましょう。そろそろブラックマネーロードにも罪と向き合ってもらわないと。
I thought that today I might like finish all of this event and then also the Marijivari quest, but I'm not even sure I'm gonna touch it at all today. We just yapped way too much. But I do enjoy yapping. A lot of kills for Raiden is your goal. Yeah, while seeing a big funny number can be cool, it's usually best to keep your stats balanced, right? Especially if you are going for high crit values, like over 200, make sure to get as much crit rate as you can first, right? Because if you have 400 crit damage but you don't crit half the time, that's really bad. She does get 40 extra, right? So this is like 97 from the set bonus. But like a Raiden is not gonna get crit rate from a set bonus, so you need to make sure your crit rate is high. My Raiden is actually built full EM for Hyper Bloom. But yeah, for like a different electro DPS. Yeah, right. If you have a lot of crit damage, try to get as close as possible to 100 crit rate. You don't want to surpass 100 crit rate, because crit rate over 100 doesn't do anything. If you crit every time, it's every time. There is no like over crit mechanic like some games have. But yeah, it will be the most valuable stat you can get if you've got tons of crit damage already. And then ideally you will want to like mix and match buffs. So for Raiden, Bennett, probably. Also like yeah, with Raiden, she's an electro carry, so you could go Chevrus. Even with Sarah, like she could still work, right? Although you would need some off-field pyro up. I guess the best Raiden overload teams would play like Xiangling or Mavuika, but like without Bennett. Why though? Just a Bennett hater? But even then, I guess even more so at that point, you would really want to play Chevrus. But by the way, you are not gonna go out of C0 damage territory without Bennett, because like your damage with Bennett is like the baseline. If you cut him, you're kinda not really doing yourself a favor. But yeah, the best teams for Raiden are gonna be Chevrus teams. For pretty much every Pyro and Electro carry, their best team is either like Melt or Chevrus. And Raiden cannot Melt, because she's not Pyro, so Chevrus it is. Ideally you play Chevrus. Then you need some off-field Pyro up, either Mavuika or Xiangling. Probably Xiangling, because at least then you have like the synergy where Raiden gives energy to her. And then the last slot can be ideally Bennett, but Sarah could work if you want to go with that. Can Yansan work? The issue with Yansan is that Raiden is probably the most stationary character in the game. The way Yansan's buffs work is that you need to keep moving, right? She's a fitness coach, so you need to keep moving to get buffed by her. If you stop moving, if you stay in place, the buff quickly falls off, becomes smaller and smaller until you just lose it. And Raiden just like stays there while she waves her sword. And her burst animation, she also just stays there, right? Like the best characters to utilize Raiden are like Varesa, who is constantly plunging up and down, or Mavuika, who goes in circles and then her burst, because even movement during her burst animation counts. So Mavuika during the burst goes like up high and then got shoo, and then this is movement, right? And even some non-Natlan characters can work, like Chlorinde, where she goes like pew 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 dash, pew 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 dash, pew 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 dash. But Raiden, she just stays there. Yansan wouldn't be terrible. Could still work because she does slot into the Chevreuse teams, and you do get the scroll buff. But it's not gonna be as good as Bennett would be, because Bennett's buff just works, and also because Raiden just stays there in place, Bennett is even better because you don't need to worry about leaving the circle, unless the enemy runs away. But like, you just gotta deal with that. But yeah, a good thing about Chevreuse is that she already gives you some attack buffs, right? Chevreuse does have an attack buff of her own. Somewhere. Yeah, she does buff your attack by 40%. And if you play Chevreuse and Xiangling, that's 2 Pyro characters. So you get Pyro Resonance as well for 25. So you already have decent attack buffs, and not playing Bennett is not gonna be the end of the world. So, you just go Chevreuse, Xiangling, Raiden. The last slot, you could play a bunch of different things. Like, yeah, the Yansan wouldn't be terrible. Bennett would probably be best. Sarah could work if you can deal with her clunkiness, and also you just mostly care about the big burst slash, more so than damage afterwards. Or even some, like, off-fielders. You could play a Fischl. Chevreuse buffs are actually so good that in like C6, full C6 5-star teams for Stygian Onslaught, for speedruns, people do play... Chevreuse is like one of the only 4-stars that is played. So a Chevreuse team will definitely be your best option.
ここが雇い主との取引場所だ。この辺りは借家や貸倉庫が多くて、少し前は出立邸の人たちが治安維持に訪れていた。雇い主は危険な場所ほど安全だって考えてたんだろう。
You're trying to play Ben separately from Raiden because you have him for Mavuika. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Raiden probably needs the Bennett more in the sense that, like, if you want to keep the teams as close as possible to each other in DPS, I mean, Mavuika is also good, it's always gonna be like way higher. But if you want to keep them close, you should probably allocate more resources to Raiden. But yeah, Bennett probably has even more synergy with Mavuika. And you can play, like, if you are a fan of Sarah, and you can... You will not get frustrated by the clunkiness and the short buff duration, then Sarah is actually pretty good for Raiden. It's definitely playable. And will fit into the Overload team.
緊急時の連絡手段についてだが、装置を起動して彼に合図を送るんだ。ただ正直に言うと、装置の起動方法はわからない。彼は色の暗号というヒントしか残してくれなかったからな。
Better than Mavuika? Nah, Raiden, I don't think Raiden can ever be better than Mavuika. Like, even if you like just straight up replace Raiden in that very same Overload team, you would get better results. I would also... C0 Mavuika probably deals more damage than C2 Raiden as well. And Raiden's cons after C2 don't really do much for her, so she kind of picks at C2 and then it's just like... even more sad if you compare her to other characters at the same constellation level. I need to close the window. Raiden can definitely still work, though, especially if you've got C2. And you have like a Electro Shield boss. I think, wait. Because for the Lava Dragon statue last patch, I think I saw C0 Raiden clears on Dire. I definitely saw C2 Raiden clears on Dire. That was definitely a thing. But I think there might have been a C0 Raiden clear on Dire as well. It was kind of probably Xiangling doing most of the work. But hey, batterying Xiangling is something. Is the right spot right now? But she does have a cozy spot as the best Hyper Bloom enabler. I know that if you are a Raiden fan, you want to do a big Musono Hitotachi and then BAM and like millions of damage, everybody's dead. But she can still be very viable if you just press E and switch out and build full EM. And towards the Hyper Bloom go boom boom boom. Especially with Lauma. That Hyper Bloom team is getting buffed a lot by Lauma. So if you just want to say, I used Raiden to clear like Stygian Onslaught Dire or whatever, Hyper Bloom is gonna be the way to go. But if you want to have a Raiden that uses her big sword to deal big damage, it's gonna be more rough. But yeah, in the Chevreuse team, fortunately, at least by being Electro, she can be played in Chevreuse teams. And Xiangling is still very good, so battering Xiangling, still very valuable, doesn't take away anything from Raiden as well. You still just fully on-field her, and go bam bam. So it's not like it's unplayable, especially if you've got C2. But even at C0, you can still make it work.
競売が終わってから詳細を伝えるつもりだったのかもしれないが、計画はもうすっかり狂ってしまった。
ふふん、確かに推理の最後が体力勝負だったり、かっこよく決まらなかったりもしたけど、これまで何度も調査してきたんだ。装置の起動くらいオイラたちなら楽勝だぜ。
Is it very playable when it's compared to the Natlan teams? It's like, I don't think Tighnari passes like the Hyper Bloom check, because Hyper Bloom teams are like super easy to build and super easy to play. You can play like 4 stars only, just level your characters, like just like level your Shinobu or Raiden to 90, and you don't even need good artifacts, and like bam, you are clearing content. And the issue with Tighnari is that if you want to play a Tighnari Hyper Bloom team, a Tighnari Aggravate team, a Tighnari Spread team, it's gonna be doing less damage than a Hyper Bloom team would be. Or like at most the same, but probably less. He can still clear Abyss and possibly Fearless Stygian if the content like fits Dendro Electro, which so far we haven't really had, unfortunately for him. But if eventually we get Asimon, right, in Stygian, he should be able to clear Fearless with good investment. But yeah, the issue is not even Tighnari by himself all that much, but just the fact that the archetype has not gotten an upgrade since Nahida came out, really. Right? It doesn't even work with Hilonen, who buffs like every other element. Other than Anemo and Dendro. So, yeah, you just play all characters from 3.0 or earlier when you play Kazuha. And it's just kinda sad, you know? When you play Tighnari, sorry. When you play Tighnari. You're afraid of Dendro content? But yeah, there is like just no Dendro content. We will get Dendro content, but specifically Bloom content next patch. We are supposed to play Lauma and Nefer, right? So if you want to be prepared against Dendro content, pull for Lauma. And by the way, Lauma just slots into Bloom teams, so we don't need. It's not like, oh, do I need to pull like other Notcry? She will most likely work very well with Nefer, but Llama by herself, already amazing character. You just put her in a Bloom team and yeah, you are good to go. So even when we do get content for Lauma, Tighnari is not really gonna benefit. Because like the way content for Lauma looks like a sec. Yeah, it's like, oops. What have I clicked? This guy. Bloom reactions, yep, Pyro, no. And like, you need to do any type of Bloom damage. So you could play, like I said before, you could play a Tighnari Hyper Bloom team, where you just play Raiden or Shinobu, some sort of Hydro, like Furina or even like a Xingqiu or Yelan. And then you can put Tighnari there as your Dendro applier. But his Dendro is not really too reliable, so you need one more Dendro anyways, right? You are gonna need like a Nahida or a Lauma to make the team really work. But like, he can switch in there, throw some arrows, and like, whee! Is C5 Auron broken? Definitely not broken. I don't really think he has a spot in a Raiden team. He did have like a niche of being an Electro character who could play Scroll, but Yansan is just better at that, even if you don't move. If you had C6 Auron, there would be like some merit to him, because C6 Auron does buff your team's attack by 30%. Which isn't all that much, but it's okay. But yeah, in order to make Auron work, you need to play an Electrocharge team. And then you lose Chevrus. So, yeah, no, you don't. It's not worth it. It's just not, yeah. If you've got Inefa, you could kind of make a wheelchair team, where the Raiden is not really gonna get buffed much, but your Inefa's doing damage. At least, and then you would play an Electrocharge team with like Furina or something. But that's not what we want to do here, right? If you just want a team where Raiden exists, just press E and play Hyper Bloom. If you want a team where she actually deals damage, play Overload. You do have Inefa. So you could have like a wheelchair. We call it a wheelchair team when all the other characters deal all the damage and your DPS doesn't really do anything. They are just there to like dance on field and look pretty. So you could have a team where Inefa is the main source of damage, and then you play like Yelan, maybe like some sort of Hydro, right? Then Raiden, and some like Shred, like Shilonen or an Anemo character. You could play like Kazuha or Sucrose or Shilonen, and then some Hydro, right? Yelan, Xingqiu, then Inefa, Raiden. That could be a team where Raiden exists and the damage should be decent. I'm thinking if it's better or worse than the Overload teams. It's probably gonna be better like right now versus the Cactus. Right, because the Cactus wants specifically Hydro Electro. And also next patch, this guy, the Battle Hardened Fireblade Shock Trooper for Forlorn Hope, he also wants specifically Electrocharged. So for those two bosses, going with Inefa and some Hydro is probably gonna be better. Although ideally you would want to pick up Flints as well. And he would deal like quadruple the damage of your Raiden or something. Hello, Attitude Gamer. There was a butterfly. During the dialogue. And he was bothering me. But I can see him now. Well, that's a shame.
なあ、捜査に協力したわけだから、その原型にならないか。
それは出立邸と裁判官たちの判断次第ね。でも君は正直だったし、そこまで重い刑にはならないと思うわ。
そうか。協力してよかった。でなきゃどうなってたことか。
順調にいけば今回が最後の調査になるけど、もしかしてまだ物足りないかしら？
Before we continue with this event, give me 1 sec. I will go for a quick bathroom break and we'll be right back for more of this and more yap if you have any questions. Are there any other characters that buff Raiden? Besides Bennett, Sarah, Chevrus? There's like Furina, but the issue with other characters that are not Pyro or Electro is that then you lose the... you can't play Chevrus anymore, right? And Chevrus buffs are just so good. So like, these are the characters essentially you have access to, only Pyro and Electro. So you mostly have like the buffers we already talked about. So Bennett. There's like Xiangling as a sub DPS. There is Sarah, Chevrus herself, and like Yansan, because she can play Scroll. Some of the other things you could play some funny like Amber builds, but it's not really gonna be great. If you get like Elegy for the end, you could try just Fischl for some off-field damage, but you'll probably be better off with Xiangling, because you need some off-field Pyro application to keep overloading, right? There is Pyro Traveler, actually not that bad. If you wanted to ever play Raiden against Natlan content, like bosses that require you to deal Night Soul damage or be in Night Soul, then having a Pyro Traveler in the back might actually be one of your better options. For example, for this Papilla boss in this Stygian Onslaught, people have cleared it with non-Natlan DPSs, like Arlecchino, by playing Pyro Traveler. And then you use Pyro Traveler to break the shield, and once the shield is broken, you use your other DPS. So yeah, that can work, and you can play the Scroll set and you apply Pyro off field. So Pyro Traveler is actually one of the better options here. You don't really run Tenacity on Chevrus, because for Tenacity to work, you need to deal off-field skill damage. And Chevrus does not deal off-field damage at all. So on Chevrus, your best options, you can just play like 2-piece HP sets, and that's fine. Just to reach like the 40k. You could play like Noblesse on her, but usually in Chevrus teams you also play Bennett who plays Noblesse. But if you don't have Bennett in your team, because he's taken somewhere else, then Noblesse on Chevrus is pretty good. Yeah. Maybe Durin. There are some like it's barely leaks, more like speculation that Durin could be an off-field pyro buffer. So maybe Durin could be something that slots greatly into overload teams with an electro carry. But we need to wait and see. No time to waste, I am ready.
そうね。探偵としての才能を存分に発揮してちょうだい。
You begin your investigation at the meeting site marked. Blah blah blah. I couldn't read everything. An urgent message left for the scapegoat by Dark Financier. With the only hint being that the code has something to do with colors. Comparing damage with the current state of the area should give you enough to lure the enemy into a trap. Things that jump out are the like flowers. Oh yeah, the flower is gone. The image shows a pot of Sumeru roses. Wasn't the Dodamani a Sumeru native? Something's fishy here. There's another flower here, but like... Oh, something happened here. The Pluie Lotus turned into something else. There are tea leaves from Chenyu Vale too. Looks to be leftover goods from the transaction. Which game livestream is this week? I think none, because Zenless is getting a delayed patch. Oh, you couldn't hear because of that, sorry. Wait, did I forget? No, how did you get an ad? I just played ads when I was in the bathroom. It should have been impossible. That's weird. But yeah, Tenacity doesn't work because you need to deal off-field skill damage to be able to proc it. And Chevrus does not deal any kind of off-field damage. You need a character like Fischl or something, right? You usually don't play Tenacity on Fischl because she has very good personal damage. But you know, a skill that hits from off-field. It can be a burst, and it definitely cannot be nothing. So usually there isn't even much of a set you can play on Chevrus, because the best thing you could play is Noblesse, but very often you play her with Bennett, who already has Noblesse. But if Bennett is not in your team, then Noblesse Chevrus is gonna be your best bet. You do need to build more ER for the burst then though. Based on the image, there should have been a marcotte here. The color signal is clear as day. An urgent message left for... Oh yeah, I already read this. Oh, we don't actually have a puzzle, we just investigated the elements and now it's done.
よし、起動したわね。もう少し待てば最後のターゲットが網にかかるはず。
なんか不思議だな。オイラ全然緊張しないぞ。
You are laughing at Saya, but isn't Zenless the one game you also care about?
オークションの失敗を反省しているのか、それとも追加料金を要求しようと考えているのか、一体何のご用件です？ディーサーさん。予想外の出来事が起こるのは仕方のないことです。問題はそれに対応できる能力があるか否か。
Damn, what a chat! This is like the preview of what NPCs are gonna look like in Not Cry.
君のような人間が予想外の出来事への対応力を語るなんて皮肉な話ね。
ほう。これまで散々他人を罠にはめてきたが、どうやら今度は私が罠にはまる番のようだ。予想はしていましたが、やはり臨時で雇ったものは当てになりませんね。まあ、今に始まったことではありませんが、改めまして、私がブラックマネーロード、ロベレ・ペリシアです。3人の凄腕エージェントには心から敬意を表します。実に素晴らしかった。出立帝とリーユへの法執行期間が3ヶ月かけて準備し、さらに3ヶ月かけて秘密裏に実行した作戦はまさに完璧。数十年間続いたフォンテーヌ最大のモラロンダリング組織を根こそぎ破壊し、
モラロンダリング。
ブラックマネーロードって結構礼儀正しいみたいだけど、本当は極悪人なんだよな。
Well, what should be farming for seed? I mean, right now she's using the miasma boss, which does seem likely to just be the thing she uses. Oops. Does Sid also have them? Oh no, Sid actually has Pompeii mods. So I think it's very unlikely that neither of them would use the miasma mods. Is it first half? Yeah, she got dripped first. It's over, you better come quietly.
ご冗談を。まさかこのまま黙って捕まるとでも？
逃げようがないと分かっているのに、随分と落ち着いているのね。
この2ヶ月間、私はあなたとエドラーさんが組織を潰していく様を見ているしかありませんでした。手足を切られ、両目をえぐられ、鼓膜を破られ、どれだけあがこうと無駄でした。
だから道連れにすると古典的なやり方ね。
富で築き上げた私の城はとうに崩れ去りましたよ、ミス・イエラン。数百人の部下たちももう使い物になりません。最後に残ったコーダーも役には立たなかった。
Spent too much on Wagyu beef.
私はもうたったの1モラだって戦場できません。あなたたちの腕なら私にたどり着くのも時間の問題ですから。無意味な抵抗は好きではありませんが、一方的に叩かれたのでは怒りが収まらない。
Damn, he's such a cool NPC. Every single meal you eat is like one mindscape lost. in Japan. Beef over feet. That's a mage, man.
ですが、イエランさんの貴重な命と引き換えなら、この商売も元が取れたと言えるでしょう。
クロックワークマシナリーだ。礼儀正しいって評価は撤回するぞ。
古い軍用型のようね。大金を払って闇市場で買ったの？君が手を出す必要はないわ。今までご苦労様。自分の最後をドラマチックに仕立て上げて、私への恨みを清算しようってことかしら。それならお望み通り、徹底的に叩き潰してあげましょう。
Yalan skin trial. Oh, he's actually here fighting as well. Aqua C3. Was the forever or until end of series? That's exactly what I wanted to say, but I didn't want to interrupt the cutscene. I wanted to say like the exact same line. Forever or until end of service. Damn. They're still given C6. Oh my god. But he's actually got like moves. He's like a local legend. I'm pretty sure this is just like the boxer local legends moveset. That's cool, that's cool.
Naniか言い残すことは？なんて少しドラマチックすぎるかしら。自分にふさわしい立派な結末を迎えられたと勘違いしそうね。ならこう言うべきかしら。後悔しても遅いわ。牢獄で苦しみながら余生を過ごし、己の貪欲さを日々悔い改めなさい。過去の栄光、富、汚れたモラのすべてが君を虐げる警具になる。薄暗い世界の隅っこで一人孤独に朽ち果てていくがいいわ。
Oh my god.
あなたはエージェントというより命を刈り取る亡霊だ。
今さら逃げようっていうの？もうおしまいだよ。半年以上続いた追跡作戦もようやく終わりだね。これでやっと報告書の完了欄にチェックをつけられるよ。あとは細心の注意を払ってこいつをフォンテーヌ邸まで連行し審判にかけるだけ。もう1秒だって待ってられない。今すぐこいつを牢に入れたい気分だよ。イエランさん、それに旅人さんとガイドのパイモンさん、個人的なお礼として私のボーナスの半分をあなたたちに渡すよ。そうだ、協力してくれたリーユへの皆さんにも出立邸から最上級の謝意を表明するよう申請しなくちゃ。
Shouldn't have to pay out of pocket, come on.
君の情熱にはちょっと驚かされたわね。けど全部仕事でやったことだからモラは一切受け取れないわ。宴会も食事もお茶会とかの招待も辞退させて。
Yeah, Yalan's really getting paid by the Liu authorities, so a random low-level police worker in Fontaine giving up her pay would be messed up. Legends tank but got one-shot by NPC. He already was at 1 HP after the Yalan fight. Even like a little fly would have killed him at that point. We don't actually have any 5-star clubs, right? There are 4-star. There is a 4-star club from the BP, and there is the 3-star one. Which I do have an axe, and then just swords, and that's it for the claymores. But if we take all rarities, then we have the debate club and also talking stick. Same kind of naming scheme. You can also pull Ito. He has a club built in. Then there is the fish.
君からの個人的なお礼は今回頑張ってくれた旅人とパイモンに渡してあげてちょうだい。
Oh, it wasn't anything special.
なんだか不思議な感覚だな。いろんな手がかりを分析したり陰謀について考えたり、ずっと忙しくて頭はクタクタだけど前より賢くなった気がするぞ。
She's like
オイ
shining
ラって
though.
実は探偵の素質があるんじゃないか。
いいね。もし捜査に興味があるのなら一緒に出立艇に戻ってこいつらの取り調べをやってみない？
本当か？やってみたいぞ。なあ、行ってもいいか？エドラーさんと一緒に犯人の取り調べをして新しいスキルを身につけたいんだ。これから役に立つかもしれないからな。
Go ahead, have fun. Who better to watch over you than a police officer?
それじゃあ後でパレメルモニアの前で落ち合
Oh,
おうぜ。
that's so cute.
私たちもそろそろ日常に戻りましょうか。休暇も残
Isn't
り
this
少なく
daily
なっ
life
て
for
しまっ
Yelan?
たけど、これでようやく穏やかな休日を楽しめるわ。旅人、ちょっと付き合ってくれるかしら？
I'll be honored. And it's actually done. Or actually no! Go meet with Phil and the Court of Fontaine. It's not over yet. It wasn't just a bait. No way, it's actually real. The date with Yolan. I wonder if I can find Paimon if I go... I'll just go here.
素敵な夜景ね。爽やかなロマリタイムフラワーの香り、街角の香水店から漂う芳香、そして濃厚なコーヒー豆の匂いが夜風の中で溶け合い、ゆったりとした雰囲気を醸し出している。屋上テラスのある酒場でもあれば、炭酸入りのブドウ酒を注文して最高のほろ酔い気分を堪能できたんだけど。
I like, famous we have in this quest? I have no idea, man. I think it's like around 90-ish per stage and there are 6 stages? But I might be off. Hey, you're on vacation now, why not?
そうね。じゃあ一緒に探しに行きましょう。隠れ家的な酒場なら裏メニューとかもあるかもしれないわね。でもその前にカブリエール商会が空いているうちにこの衣装に合う香水を一緒に選んでくれない？精密な時計や遊び心のあるクロックワークの調度品、それに気候を凝らした独特なアクセサリー。あそこなら見応えのある品をたくさん置いているわ。
The longer you work, the more you want to spend? Alright, I'm down for a shopping spree.
テイワット屈指の見識があって審美眼にも優れた旅人が付き合ってくれるんだもの。この機会にしっかり意見をもらわないとね。
Oh, the wink. This camera angle looks kinda sus.
満足よ。本当に素晴らしい異国の旅になったわ。あと数日休暇があればもっとのんびりできたんだけど。
Wait, I thought you were going to enjoy your time off. Why does it sound like you are about to get back to work?
仕方ないわ。次の仕事が待っているから。今回の事件に関する正式な報告書を書いたら、より優れた貨物の通関体制を構築するために次の任務地点まで向かわないといけないの。 などくらいにね。
That's where Paimon and I are headed next too. Is your business there urgent? Has something happened?
心配ないわ。ただ情報提供者と会って今後の協力案について確認するだけよ。あとはお互いにどこまで干渉するか決めたりね。詳しい話はまた今度しましょう。せっかくだから今回のフォンテーヌ旅行を記念して一緒に写真を撮らない？
And you take me under your wing.
そうね。君みたいな新進気鋭のエージェントになら背中を任せられるわ。じゃあ今回大活躍してくれた総合映像記録機を使って大切な一枚を残しましょうか。次になどくらいで会った時も今回みたいに君と仕事ができることを願っているわ。
Oh! We actually got an image. You couldn't pause during it though. Oh, you can't open it up. Oh, but you can't make it bigger, so it's kinda useless. Perhaps we will cross paths in Not Cry, so I hope this collaboration was just the first of many. I mean, still pretty nice. But I really wish with those images that you could, like, enlarge them. I did manage to take a screenshot in time though. Wait, so what about Paimon? Is it already too late? She would have been somewhere here, right? Maybe I could have talked with her. Cause no, wait, this is the Palamermunia. Is this where she would be? Oh no, she is here! I'm not too late! Paimon is here! Hey Jan, Paimon's back! Oh, this is not voiced. This is like last minute addition. Officer Adler took Paimon along to question those mini-winnie bad guys. Paimon learned a lot about interrogations. Did you intimidate any bad guys? Paimon hopes so. Paimon's forehead hurts from pulling mean faces, and Paimon's eyes hurt from giving scary stares. As soon as they heard Paimon's companions the grey and mighty Jan, the bad guys almost wet themselves. They told us everything we wanted to know after that. Maybe I should try being a little more intimidating, like turning myself into an avatar of pure terror, and leaving the bad guys running away, screaming and crying. Paimon's trying really hard, but Paimon just can't picture it. And it's always so nice and calm. You never get angry when you talk to Paimon. Even at your fiercest, being scary is not your thing. We're quite scary in like Inazuma. You don't get mad when facing ordinary bad guys, so what would it take to make you really lose your temper? Yeah, Scaramouche killing that irrelevant guy in Inazuma. A super duper bad guy? A super duper whooper bad guy? We've been through a lot. Too much to get our feathers ruffled by run-of-the-mill scoundrels. You're right, we are above all that. With everything we've seen this time, we are sure to take future adventures in our stride. No matter what we face, Paimon hopes that Jan can always stay calm and come out on top. That way Paimon doesn't have to worry, and we can carry on being super happy once the bad guys are dealt with. Okay, it's time for our next adventure, let's go! I'm afraid that this is like foreshadowing of the traveler getting really mad in Not Cry. It's like here you get 50 per stage, but then the quests themselves also give you. So like this is 300 because it's 6 times 5. But you also get primogems from the quests themselves. Although I can't really check anymore. But you get like 40 per quest, I think. And there's also the afterworld. Did the afterworld also give primogems? I wasn't paying attention. But I think it should be on average like 100 per. I think it should be more like 600 than 300. We only have 30 resin, so I can't spend 40 on the boss for Sucrose. Also, how is Sucrose doing, by the way? Not that well.
Yes.
I'm so tempted to like do a 10 pull here, man. If it would turn out, because there are like two possibilities. Either, I mean, I guess 3, but the third is less likely. So either both Lama and Flint's are first half, with Aino as well, or Lama is first half, Flynn's is second half, and then Aino would most likely be on the Flynn's banner on the second half. If that's the case, I would not mind doing a 10 pull here. If Aino is second half. Just one cheeky. Oh, because it's not gated? No. You do have to like wait 2 days, but you just like, you know, use the wait function in game to wait 2 days. Just one cheeky little 10 pull. Just one. On the last day of the banner. Okay, we got nothing. So this was just a waste of Ainos, possibly. Maybe I just get a weapon. I would actually rather get a weapon here. Or a character not from the banner, to have a guarantee that I get Aino next time. Or like, one of the 3 upgraded characters. Okay, actually, I mean, this is the worst 10 pull you can get. But it's actually good. This did not hurt my Aino chances at all. This is fine. And yeah, I'm not pulling anymore. It was just like one cheeky little 10 pull. Just in case a 10 PT if I wanted to come to me. I mean, it doesn't matter what weapon I got. No weapon was useful. Except for maybe Faff Sword. Other than that, every single 4-star weapon is exactly the same value. And the rest is actually more usable than a lot of others standard 4-star weapons. Oh! Wait! Yo! I actually got Mora. Also, I can replace this gadget now. It will no longer be useful like ever. Also, can I throw something in here? No. Boon of the Elder Tree. There is more. All the way down though. Is that visible on Sethos? If you're going for the normal attack playstyle, then sure. Oh, it's like underground. But oh yeah, the normal attack Sethos is the better Sethos. But I'm not sure if you wouldn't rather just go for a weapon that gives you some EM. It's harder to climb than to fly up. So it's not here, but on the pipe below? Oh no, wait, it is... Wait. Oh, it's here and... Oh, in the corner. Wait, there is more. Now it's above ground. Is it above ground? No. Stringless is not good. It doesn't deal any skill damage. If anything, like stuff like Windbloom Ode could be a pick. But Rust is definitely good. Or honestly, it's just Slingshot. Probably Slingshot is just better than all of these. Okay, I thought I couldn't make it. Man, we were making so much Mora today. Oh man, it's done? Maybe on the other side of the city. On the other side of the city? No, I have everything, man. You know what I should do? I should go around Enkanomiya with the new compass. Cause Enkanomiya is the one place where I'm pretty sure I have every single chest. But I might still be missing the Mora chests. And now that we can actually look for them, I could get some Mora from Enkanomiya.
Yeah.
Also, Enkanomiya is just such a lovely location. But yeah, man, it's so late already. Let me just do a quick Genshindle. Yelan, after today's quest, I mean I just pick Yelan every time. Bow from above 1.7 could be Tinari or Kolei, if like everything matches. Oh no, the version doesn't match. It's not Dendro. Archers from Sumeru? Wait, who? It's not Kole. Then we had like Nahida, Nilu, Sino, Alhaidam, Kave. We got Yunjin as well during that time. Setos came later, no? Is it? I don't think it's gonna be Setos. Yeah, Setos was like, yeah, 4.7. Huh? Bo from Sumeru? As I go through the characters, I will eventually spot somebody and be like, oh, it was him! Or her. But it's not Dory, it's not Emily. Oh, it's Faruzan! Yeah, okay, makes sense. Slipped my mind. All the components look intact. Maybe just a worn out spring. If so, that's an easy fix. Oh, sorry, I was... Did you say something? Shironen? No. Okay, now if it's not Shironen, we have to think more. Kave? It's a guy. Good with machines. Fremine. Nice. What's the premise of the story in Not Cry? The Fatui are doing something using the power of Columbina. And recently, fragments of the moon. So, like in the Inefa quest, we got intel that recently Fatui caused some fragments of the moon to fall. People have been guessing that maybe the Fatui are trying to construct an artificial moon. Is this Sino? Wait, I've seen this. This is Kaya. Yeah. So essentially, the Fatui have some moon-related plot. Columbina seems to be a key part of that plot, but she seems to be missing. Maybe Columbina wants to leave the Fatui. The one key point is that when they introduce the characters from Not Cry, they introduced Sandrone as like Fatui Harbinger number like 9 or whoever she is. But when they were introducing Columbina, they just said that she's the Moon Maiden. Not just that she's the Fatui Harbinger number 3. Right? So it seems that at least for now, she does not qualify as a Harbinger. So she might not be working with the Fatui currently. One bad thing about picking Shuei is that if I know it's not Distraction, I can't pick Pitch Dark Hook the Great. One point of your real Nihility character, it's Pelageya Sergeyevna. And the Columbina says in the trailer, Harry, because the moon's falling. In the obscure poverty of a dream, a star from the heavens has enlightened my path. Is it Sunday? Robin? I've heard this name before. Is it, no, that's not, it's not Acheron. I think Firefly, I don't think so. Who are you?
ぼんやりとした無調の中で一つの星が私を照らした。
Of course it's Hanya. You could not mistake Hanya. Ever. For anybody else. It's like Herta? No. Asta? No. Oh wait, Claw? This is Razor. But if it's not Razor, it's Gallagher. Oh no, it's not. What? Hehe, don't get burnt. Oh, it's Hook. It was not Razor. Always my first guess is Fushiwan where I see I, and this time it was correct. My highest streak, the Zenless. Oh, nice. It's bound to happen eventually, when you just pick the same character every time. I mean, it's bound to happen eventually if you play every day, no matter what character you pick. Unless if you intentionally pick the character that was the guess yesterday, then you would never get a first try guess. Because I don't think you can get the same guess twice in a row. Hello, X3. Oh. Okay, so let's go back home in Not Cry. Oh, wait, did I cook last week with Ice Coffee? I probably did. I'll cook next time. Surely I won't forget then. But also this is like available in 2 days, so we can just cook when this is available as well. I need to farm more artifacts for the transmuter. Or I need to like level more pieces to +4. Let us show Marshus as well. Did I get anything worth leveling? Do you have any crit rate on you, mayhaps? No, it does not. So that will be a throw to the machine. This would need also a good stat. I would not level this if it doesn't get a good stat. Defense percent. What's my theory play? Yeah, 4-liner with 4 good stats, so that's also another throw. That's good. No suns, no goblets. No huts that are worth checking out. So you can go to the transmuter. Put these two and we are getting close. Ideally you only want to throw +4 pieces, because the pieces scale badly as they get higher levels, right? I get like 8 points here, but going from like 0 to 4 is less EXP than from 4 to 8, right? I guess there's like the base cost or the artifacts, so the difference here wouldn't be that gigantic, but it's still best to just throw +4 pieces into it. And the higher level the piece, the worse it gets. They are gonna rebalance this next patch, so it might actually be good to throw pieces of different levels. But I'm not exactly sure how they will rebalance it. Or like, I think I've seen the numbers, but I haven't calced if it's like worth it. Shouldn't be that difficult though. Okay. Thank you everybody very much for watching. But this will be it for the stream for today. I do have a stream every single day at 8 PM CEST, which is 3 hours before now. Tomorrow, I think I wrote that we are gonna play some Star Rail indeed, and I'm caving for Hysilence, so we'll try to pull her. If I lose the 50-50, I might give up, but I'll definitely try for the 50-50 at the very least, and then we will see afterwards. If I lose, I will probably just like use whatever jades I get until the banner's over, and that's it. But yeah. And then Genshin the day after tomorrow. We're gonna play Genshin every other day now. So yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Join the Discord server if you want to get stream notifications and the like. Let's read like this guy. And yeah. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.